Bernie, if you had an OnlyFan, you would post what kind of pictures? Go.
I got great calves.
Huh? Okay.
And I think if I may be so bold as to suggest for you, Bernie,
Please. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to suggest what you think I should do. No, go ahead. What do you? I want to know what do you think I'm good at.
two gap photos. I think you have a great smile, Bernie, is what I'm saying. And it worked for Michael Strahan.
All right, Otis, on OnlyFan, what would you post?
Never really considered this.
I think you have.
This is Weird with Otis and Bernie.
That's a classic right there.
That's good.
Oh, Russell Rush. We got to get him back on for this season.
Yeah, we should.
See what he's up to. Welcome into This is Weird Pod, episode 64, season 3. I think we're on 4. What are we at?
Season 4.
Wow.
I mean, we can
really?
stop counting at any point. I mean, there's enough here.
Stranger Things ended at 4, so I don't know if that's where we're headed or if we still got plot lines.
Here's the thing. We were just reading as we were starting this, the guys, Deezus and Mero, the guys from Showtime, those guys are incredible.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
We strive to be like them, and we're not
and they had so much. They had the audio podcast, and they were able to turn that into a television show, and then turn that into a Showtime TV show. And arguably, I mean, during COVID, those guys were all over the place,
crushing it. They play videos, they riff on them, and they're so quick-witted and hilarious.
They're doing what we're doing,
but much better,
at a much higher level. And I was just reading before we started that they're breaking up. The two of them are breaking up.
It's heartbreaking.
And I told Otis, I was like, you and I could be the next black late night talk show hosts.
Absolutely.
On
Why not?
Showtime if Deezus and Mero are not going to be together anymore. I like being up late. And so we were just reading about, and I think, do we both agree that it is inevitable that we will break up acrimoniously?
I think
like it will be an ugly breakup.
Is this like are we talking like FGL breakup, or are we talking like Dixie Chicks? Like a J-Lo's every marriage breakup, like that.
The story is that the two of them,
maybe like the Ben Affleck J-Lo breakup.
Well, I mean, that's worked out in the end, right? They're married,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like 6 years later, we come back together, do a reunion tour, get married in Vegas. So that
you say you are suggesting, if I'm following you, that we break up and lay out. We break up a fairly unsuccessful podcast. And then
for no reason, because there's really no reason.
For no reason. And then we put all of our money on reunion tour.
The reunion tour, yes. I mean, it creates drama. People ask questions, FGL is doing well with it. They're on solo projects.
That's what we need to do. We should do it. Well, you've started doing a solo project. You didn't even ask me. But you have
less of a solo project, more of a like two other best friends thing.
Yeah, they're not best friends. That's the thing, is they're not best friends. Like you and I are good friends. That's what this podcast is built on. They're two people you don't know, right, who you're working with and getting to know.
Yeah, we're like in the early honeymoon phase of the whole relationship. It's great.
I really don't like the way that you characterize this. She's here, by the way, your co-host from 94.9 The Bull in Atlanta. Please welcome everybody to the program.
Kimmie Caruba.
Yeah. Hi. I'm offended by that. We are great friends.
All I'm saying
is besties. Bernie's upset that I call us best friends now.
Just like Brian is a home wrecker, you come in and bulldoze into what was already a comedy duo, a comedy force in the two of us, and it messes with the chemistry. I'm just saying it messes with the chemistry. You're sending somebody that's married into a club of beautiful women. Like it's a whole thing. It's messing with the chemistry of the show.
He's committed. It's okay. You have nothing to worry about.
I know him though. You don't even know him, and I know him. It's years of knowing him, and I know that he's not committed. I know that he'll given the opportunity.
It sounds like he has trust issues going on. We've therapy sort of thing. That's what my therapist would tell me to do. Communication is key.
You know what? I'm glad I brought her on tonight. She's really helping us.
What,
in
we
our-
were just talking about
Bernie has not met Kimmie until this moment. So
yeah,
Kimmie,
sorry, this is not
meet
my best moment.
My best friend of 20 years, Bernie Mac.
Oh, that's a long time.
It's a long time. We know we were
So
talking
about a
Deezus-
breakup.
Deezus and Marrow, the comedy team from the Showtime show, Deezus and Marrow. They announced today that they're no longer doing the show and that the two of them are breaking up. And I think it is inevitable that not only will Otis and I not be the next great black late night talk show hosts on Showtime, but we will not. I think it's inevitable that we will break up. I think that's coming.
We were just trying to plan a breakup, but I don't know that you plan a breakup. I mean, it just has to happen,
I don't
right?
think so. I don't think you guys are gonna break up. He already talked about the pod before. There's no reason for you to break up.
I mean, it just feels inevitable to me.
It's good publicity. It's working for FGL, is what I'm saying.
It is working for FGL. That is true.
Fair enough.
You're not wrong.
What are we doing tonight on the pod, by the way?
Oh, we got a lot going on, but I think we should introduce who Kimmie is. She was brought into Atlanta recently. What has it been, a month now?
Yeah.
We're calling it an arranged marriage.
It is an arranged marriage.
Yeah, it was me, Brian Moot, and then Kimmie was the final puzzle piece to the awesome show that we're putting together on 94.9 The Bull, which is a country station in Atlanta. Kimmie lived in Hawaii for 2 years during COVID, which was not the exciting part of Hawaii.
Where are you going to be? Where do you want to be during COVID? Hawaii.
Not Hawaii.
You think that until you're stuck on an island. Like, you know, those questions where everybody's like, if you were stuck on a deserted island, who would you bring with you or what would you have? That was a real thing because you were like, I was actually trapped there, couldn't see any of my family or friends. And they shut down really hard, which was good because we didn't get COVID, but it was bad because nobody could come to visit at all. So it was actually very lonely. It was not as fun as people think it was.
Bernie,
even
the
Paradise
bikinis,
after some
the bikinis
time.
even got larger. They made them wear larger bikinis on the beach.
No, they got
People
smaller.
safe.
Wait, sidebar. What is with people wearing those thong bikinis? Like, I do not understand. I don't literally they would just walk around the streets like I don't.
I'm good with
your whole butt is out. Your whole butt. Everyone can see it. Like, imagine if your dad was there with you. Like,
that's awkward. It's weird.
I mean,
there's family vacations everywhere. It's disgusting.
There's a few at our local community pool that rock the butt out. You know, and I'm not the one sending the HOA a letter. I'm good with it.
It's
Plus.
I mean, it's like you say, even Paradise after some time, I would imagine, gets a little old. Even too much of anything is a bad thing, and even when you're given too much Hawaii. That's a problem.
And when
what
you
was your athletic sports ball of choice to speak to?
What?
Your sports ball of choice, was it a volleyball?
Oh, it would have been a volleyball for sure. But I did have my dog Boots with me. Hold on, she's here too. Come here.
Oh, Boots is going to get on the podcast. All right. There she is.
There we go.
That's my other best friend, Boots.
All right.
We've
He actually
connected.
likes Boots more than me.
I do.
Okay.
To get her everywhere. Okay, she's done.
Boots doesn't talk smack on the radio to me, so we have that.
I don't talk smack. I just give you real truths that you need to hear. That's all. What kind of phone do you have?
Me?
It's an Android.
I have an
Android
Android phone. I don't have it here.
Yeah, that's
I have
right.
an Android.
You're in the wrong room, girlfriend.
Really awkward.
Here's
Green
the
bubble.
thing. You don't know
around.
me. You don't know me very well. I will tell you this about it. I'm gonna let you into my character a little bit. Here's the character. I don't care about popularity. like anybody that looks at me is like, hey, that guy doesn't have the right shirt or phone or pants or thoughts on. Don't care. Do not care.
Bernie will rock the dad cargos until he is in a casket, probably in the casket.
Shit. I am in my cargo pants. I got my Steely Dan on. I don't care. The thing is, I decided a long time. It went, kids, come towards the radio. Come towards the podcast. If you decide now that you're not cool, it really takes a burden off. Like if you just release the idea of not cool, never gonna be cool, not cool, don't do cool things, then occasionally you might surprise yourself, but you'll never let yourself down. Like you'll never let yourself down. And so, I have an Android, and there's no way that you can shame me out of wanting some other type of phone. Perfectly happy with the Droid. Rocking the Droid, don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That's Bernie in a nutshell. I mean, that was. I couldn't have described you better. I mean, really.
Define my character right there. I have. Let's see, Otis. Would you like guy that takes a peanut up Pike's Peak with his face?
I was angry about this today.
You're actually angry about it. Like like genuinely hateful.
Because of stupid world records. I want a world record under my belt. I want a name for myself in world records.
See,
I don't even want the other choice, Bernie. Let's talk about this.
To like a minute ago where, he was just saying you should give up on being cool. It's kind of the same thing with your world record. And then maybe you might surprise yourself.
No, I'm not giving up on that dream.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Guy that decides he wants to push a peanut up Pike's Peak.
Bart and Heather, this peanut pushing sport is no joke. It's hard work, but this all came about as the city of Manitou Springs is celebrating its 150th birthday. The City Heritage Center was looking for someone to reinvent one of its proudest and weirdest moments.
Proudest? What, really?
That's the proudest
that's
thing
the
ever
standard.
got. That's it. We did this. We're proud of the fact that somebody can push a peanut up a hill with a spoon.
It hasn't happened in 93 years. It's a 150-year celebration of this community, and apparently somebody 93 years ago pushed. There's only been 5 people
because there hasn't been anything. There's been more shit for in 93 years. There's been way more stuff to do. There's been something better to do for 93 straight years.
Because we have Nintendo now. We
right,
don't need to push peanuts up the
electricity.
I am going to push a peanut up Pikes Peak Saturday.
Bob Salem is not
What is he wearing?
Okay,
Is
happening. All right, okay.
What is this?
He's wearing a CPAP mask that has a like a spoon, like a ladle attached to it with duct tape. Right.
Crawling on all fours.
This guy's my spirit animal because he already has the CPAP machine.
Was he laying in bed one night just thinking to himself, you know what I want to do?
You know what I want to do? I got an extra CPAP mask sitting around. I'm going to duct tape something to it and have a great time.
I think I'm eccentrically challenged.
He's just cracking his way into an
that makes no sense, sir.
Right.
An exclusive club. The Pikes
He said I'm not nuts. This news.
Oh, there's tons of puns.
Use a bunch of
puns in this story. You're going to want to kick the news manager in the balls when you hear this. The person who assigned this story, you're going to want to punch them in the face.
If you know any news people, they will take the one opportunity they can to make dick jokes as fast as possible.
Love puns. Yeah. Because if you did nothing but talk about murder, you would take the opportunity to do puns. Like if I was given the opportunity, pun, murder, I would always take pun.
But yeah.
Hacking his way into an odd and exclusive club. The Pikes Peak Peanut Pusher Club.
3, and I'll be
Peanut.
the 4th.
It all started as a bar bet
in elbow pads.
Yeah, elbow pads and knee pads, and he's climbing on all fours for 7 days. This took this man to get up to Pikes Peak.
Yeah,
7 days.
How his neck didn't just fall off doing that motion constantly.
Yeah, he said he wasn't that sore.
No, that's what this.
93 years later, Salem is trying to be the first person since a rockabilly star did it 60 years ago to crawl and push a peanut 13 miles up old Pikes Peak.
I like the weird.
The lady's staring at him.
The lady's looking at him. And by the way, you just saw him on like the 3rd step. Like he's gone a long way. He's on the 3rd step. All right, I got 4 underneath my.
How much
down.
weed? How much weed did this guy bring with him?
So much weed. He pushes a peanut and smokes weed. That's the 2 things he's got to do.
So he could have done it a lot faster because I was reading that he said, I did a lot of it during the nighttime because during the day, people kept stopping me and wanting to take pictures and talk about why I'm pushing a peanut up a hill. Like, you stop to talk to people too? It's like a social event.
Well, to be fair, if you saw a guy pushing a peanut up a hill with a CPAP mask on,
Selfie.
you'd stop and say, "Sir, is everything okay? Do you need me to call an authority? Is there somebody that
I don't think you ask at that point. I think you just do it. I think you just call.
I think you do."
Okay.
And the strange, I love local stuff.
To be the fastest, Salem needs his nut to reach the summit in under
His
8
nut.
days.
He needs his nut to reach the sun.
I
This
guy, I can't handle it.
That's chump change for a guy who's planning to finish in 3.
What in
No.
Doctored up.
Look at this dork. Look at this dork with his CPAP mask on and his spatula.
What were you saying earlier, Bernie? I just don't care.
I just don't. Yeah,
This
this
guy has
is me,
more-
by the way.
less
This is
F's
me
to
one
give
day
than
going,
you.
"Hey guys, I got an idea. I'm gonna push a nut up a hill." Like,
How likely was this the guy in high school that you knew sold weed?
this
he
is the
needed
guy who's, by the way, the superlative that is most likely to push a nut up a hill for 7 days.
Most likely to
knew?
get a nut.
No,
No. Okay.
no.
CPAP mask tied to his face. Think you'll ever like peanuts after this?
Sure. I love
He's
peanut
eating
butter.
one right now.
By the way, there's a point. Time out. What I want you to do is we have already. This story is 2 minutes and like 23 seconds. We've told you the crux of the story, and this is where we're padding to get to the 2 minutes and 23. We need you to fill 2.5 minutes, Steve. All right, this is what we've done. We've already given you the beef of the story. Now we're just gonna sit and talk with the guy for a while.
Yeah.
What's your favorite nut?
I guess peanut, yeah. I'm not much for the other nuts.
This is your nut.
Yeah. And it's got to be plain.
You don't want the.
No chocolate, no.
What about like the honey roasted ones?
Those are good.
This made, by the way, the final edit of the story.
What is happening? This guy was so
Wow.
trying to get to the sexual innuendo about nuts. He
Yes,
just kept
he's just
pushing
working
forward.
so hard for those puns.
How about salty nuts? You like salty ones?
Yeah, right.
All right, Craig, you got to cut that
enough,
one out.
Enough. We got to cut that one out.
Those are good, yeah.
So how hard is it? I gave it a shot.
In white shorts. Good job,
No.
Craig.
Yeah, good job.
No.
Let's go. There's no way you finish this in 3 days.
It seems impossible.
You're on
Better have some
step
good
2,
snacks.
Craig.
He's
He's already complaining.
The children. You're setting a poor example.
Why
He's
is he
setting
setting
a
a
terrible.
Why? I would do this to embarrass my kid.
I don't think those are his kids. Those are just like random children walking around. I feel like they're very impressionable at this point, and I don't think this is being a very good member of society.
Just teaching kids how to. This is what you could be someday, children.
It's just
You
what
too could
burnouts
break
do.
a world record.
Retie.
Meanwhile, Bob's parents are like, "Are you ever going to move out, dude? You're 49."
Hey, whoever said I couldn't do anything in my life, who's laughing now? I'm on the local
Yeah,
news.
Probably,
Yeah, Dad.
Oh,
Look at me
Yeah,
now,
Dad. How
Dad.
about that, Dad? I'm gonna need your rent check.
Good snacks.
peanuts will probably obviously be one of my snacks.
Hoping to be the champion
No,
goober
obviously.
in this nutty little town.
I get to be different again.
How many
Just-
packs a
I
day
want-
does that
I
guy
want to
smoke?
I want to punch everybody associated with
It
this
just
story.
ain't- Why? Why is that a world record? Why is this guy doing it? It's just dumb. I get it's tradition, but seriously, dude,
It's not
find something
tradition.
else to
It's
do.
been 90 something years since they did it. if he, it's not like, hey, it's this year's guy to push the nut up the hill. We haven't done it since the 1920s.
Kimmie, you know who we need to get on the show, or Bernie, who we need to get on the podcast? The high school friend of that guy, or the people that went to high school with that guy. I want to hear their perspective on what Bob is doing these days.
That's the
a lot of
shortest.
questions for them. Just
That's
a
the
lot.
shortest interview in the world, by the way. Hey, did you ever expect Steve to be that weird? Yeah. Yeah. And not only do we expect him, we're happy that that's how it manifested itself and it wasn't more dangerous to the general public.
Yeah, right. There's certain people, I always say this, there's certain people that you either live by or that when the news shows up and they're like, Did you see him possibly murdering his entire family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I saw that coming. Saw the way he looked at playgrounds as troubling. Like I saw.
Jeez.
That'll be next year's headline.
Yeah, it's
This year it's the world record for peanuts.
Good job, Bob.
Things were
Way to
working out
be.
when you were pushing peanuts up the hill. Why don't you go back to that? That seemed like an effective use of time.
We looked up some other stupid world records today, and I'm going to try to break a few. I think
Okay. All right.
most snails on your face.
Okay, that
It's
sounds
like a
fun.
bad idea.
It was like 67. There was
I feel
some
like
woman-
it belongs. I mean, do you have a big enough face for that? It's a good
all
question.
right, here you go. What state did the woman live in who has been married the most times?
Well, it has to be some joke. It's got to be some. She lives in.
It's a neighbor of yours.
It's in Kentucky,
No.
Indiana.
Yes.
Indiana.
Yeah, is that a shocker to you?
No.
No.
Surprised it's not Kentucky. Surprised
Right.
it's not Kentucky.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Be better, Kentucky. Be better.
Right. Yeah.
If you've ever been to Indiana, you can see that the woman's been married 20 times.
It's boring in Indiana. Let's start there. I just want something to do.
I don't
Have you
believe
been
that
to Indiana?
Kimmie, even being from Chicago, has ever been to Indiana. She was
I
just
did
asking.
because I had to go there for a work thing and I never went back.
Nobody
Right, I'm
comes
sorry
to
for
Indiana
that.
on purpose. Sorry, Indiana. You only go to Indiana if you're driving through. On your
Nobody
way
even
to
knows what
something
a
more
damn
exciting.
Hoosier is. They don't even know.
You go through Indiana on your way to more exciting things. Here's the best use of the word Indiana sentence. Ah, Christ, I got to go through Indiana to get
Indiana.
there. Like,
That's true.
hey,
is
going
true.
to Chicago this weekend. All right, great. That sounds fun. I got to go through
You
Indiana.
gotta go through Indiana.
Ooh.
I got to go through Gary.
You should really take the longer route then. Just avoid Indiana altogether.
Right. You circumnavigate in Indiana. For some reason, taking Indiana out tonight. I'm not sure why. What else we got tonight, Otis?
Did you not find the Rob Zombie remake of the Munsters?
I did. I have the trailer. Would you like to watch the trailer of the new Munsters movie? This is Rob Zombie.
Well, Kimmie's a little younger than us. Do we need to recap what the Munsters are? Do you know what the
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Let's start here. Munsters.
They were kind of before our time, really.
Oh yeah, totally. But I mean, I grew up
But I
like
know
they
it-
were on TV when I was growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Munsters, 1960s sitcom, black and white,
Mm-hmm.
with Herman Munster, who's a great
Yeah.
big Frankenstein,
Like a
type.
lurch. Yeah.
Yeah, great big Frankenstein. And every time he shakes, like he hits the table and the entire house rattles. And
it's like the Addams Family kind of.
it's a little like the Addams Family, except that there was Herman, which was the big Frankenstein. He was married to like Vampira. Is that kind of what she was?
with
She was
the black hair and the white
black
stripe.
hair. Yeah, she was kind of Morticia Adams, right? And then, but they
Yeah.
somehow, I don't know, they had normal kids. I'm not exactly sure how did they have normal kids? It was the two monsters, and then her father, which was like he was like a mad scientist, and two normal kids. Does that sound like something you want to watch now?
Sometimes, like, the kids are gonna have a lot of questions later. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
What if it were directed by a man who's only directed horror movies and never directed comedy? Anything? No, we're not.
He's
doing
known
it yet?
for his like just dark personality and thoughts.
Like Tim
What-
Burton.
Like yes, directed by Rob Zombie. The trailer for the Munsters, which I thought we would want to watch together.
CGI is so great.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and
Halloween.
I should point out that he did Halloween again. Like everybody liked
Yeah.
his version of Halloween.
He's dark. He's super dark.
He's
and you just
good.
want-
Like he's good at
Yeah.
what he does. I don't know why he wanted to do House of a Thousand Corpses. A very
Those Rejects brings you the greatest love story ever told.
When you saw this, Otis, did you think that the font was questionable?
Yeah.
You're like font. This is troubling because that's a shitty font. Like that's a terrible font.
Remember in high school when you had your first video class and they had you make
That-
like some sort
right.
of project, and you had to create like a commercial. Or this is the font that I would have
This
used
was the
from that
font you
shitty
used.
program that the school didn't have to pay for. They got somewhere for free.
I
Yeah.
saw it. I was very troubled by the font, and that's a weird thing to be turned off by.
I mean,
was
at least
very-
it wasn't chalkboard.
Yeah.
Ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Think of it. The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
This is a comedy. I just want to point that out. This is
Seems like it's
comedy.
Wouldn't have,
What?
I would not have guessed that one. No.
I mean, this is so far we're doing this is a comedy.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I could wish you.
This
Is she talking about her crypt, or is that was that an
I
innuendo?
don't know. I don't know what we're doing. So far, I'm so like I don't what are we doing?
Get the humpy down in the land.
This is her father.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was batty.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. Looking for a vision.
This looks like it was filmed at the local cable company. It really does look like we have a spare room at our house. Would you like to film in it?
Somebody like commissioned one of those cheap spots from the TV station because they didn't want to pay for like full production.
True love.
What exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment.
This is a comedy.
I like that
I-
Frankenstein is decked out in like why am I blanking?
Hugh Hefner
Playboy.
robes.
Hefner, yeah,
Steampunk?
Hefner gear.
Oh yeah. They
Hefner.
dress
I
him
was
up
blanking on
wacky.
Hefner.
I knew that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
That's a rom-com.
This is the trailer.
This is the trailer for an actual movie that exists and not a joke.
What happened to editing? This is very.
I mean, I don't. This is a.
You're already over it in a
Really?
2-minute trailer. I can't imagine you sit through the whole movie.
I mean,
She's like,
I
this
wish
trailer's
look at
so long.
Look at that's connecting with the youth of the world. My God, this trailer will never end.
That's what it feels like.
By the way,
The
it's
whole
the
movie
length.
is the trailer.
It's the length of other trailers. If it were an exciting movie, you'd be like, man, I couldn't get enough of that trailer. This is the same length.
Is this Sonny and Cher, Frankenstein, and Morticia? What's her name?
Truly in love.
Lily Munster.
Oh, come on. You know, and I know that we got to get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Yeah, there's This looks terrible. This looks awful.
I mean, this is the recreation of the intro scene from the television show where he comes through and then everybody else comes through the big hole.
The set even falling apart. Did you notice that?
Yeah, yes.
Like the window was coming off.
I
Like, just
can't. This
leave it.
can't be good, right?
No.
Greetings from Transylvania.
Now,
I think her face green and her neck's normal human color.
It's Halloween. That's Halloween.
I
Probably.
think she's dressed up in a Halloween costume. I want to point out, Otis knows this. Slide whistles, hilarious. Am I right? Slide.
There's not enough slide whistles.
Slide whistles. When you use slide whistles to punctuate jokes, hysterical. Hands? No, we're not doing that. because it's 2022. Okay, great.
Wow. This may be his opus. And by that, I mean the last thing he
The
does.
last thing he ever does.
Wait, is this a remake?
Yeah.
Well,
he's remaking the old.
Yeah, he's taking the story of the Munsters and they're redoing the story.
But
of the
this
Munsters.
is the quality of the remake.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
not-
This
yeah.
is not the original. It wasn't in color.
No, the remake was the original was in black and white.
I mean, you can
It's terrible.
colorify everything now. This is horrifying.
Right. And a bad
Strange way
way.
of saying hello.
I'm scared.
I
of
guess
it.
we're gonna have to get used
All right,
to
it's
it.
still going. We're still.
So
Oh,
we're
there
still
we go.
doing it. Still doing it. All right. That's very good.
That was the longest
You
trailer.
guys
I
want to
think I've
watch
ever watched.
again?
No.
No.
God. I've never, like you said, like I watched the Top Gun trailer. It was like 3 minutes long. I'm like,
Can't get enough of
I
it.
want to see the movie.
I want to see the movie so bad.
Minute and a half into that one, Kimmie's like, "Is this movie over yet?" Like it's just a trailer.
you know that it exists in a longer form. It's going to be about 90 minutes.
Right.
That's scary. That's like, I'm worried about anybody that goes to actually sit there and watch it.
God, this movie sucks. That's just the trailer.
By the way, I don't know why this stuck in my head today because I saw like a ad for a new movie that's out. One of the scary one from
Jordan Peele.
Key and Peele. Yeah. Jordan Peele.
We're friends. That's why I knew what he was saying. I knew what he was thinking. We're friends.
Right.
It's 20 years.
Kimmie
It's
didn't
20
call it
years.
out.
Yeah. Jordan Peele. It's called Nope.
Yes. I saw it. And why do they always say only in theaters, June 22nd?
Because
It's
they spent
not.
the last year and a half showing movies at home because they're trying to get people out to
But
the theaters.
it's not going to be only in theaters. It's that's dumb because they're going to make more money off it in syndication than they are
But
in the theater.
sometimes they stream and show in the theater at the same time, or they have been the past 2 years. That's
Yeah, they're trying to put foot traffic back into theaters, and so they have to have a big first weekend.
I'm just saying, I read into that
I
BS.
have to lie to you and tell you that it's only going to be in theaters, even though in a month it's going to be on streaming services.
That's what I always think when I see that.
They go into the theater, and then it's like, gotcha, you could have watched it at home if you waited.
My immediate thought when I see that is I'll watch it in a month and a half when it's on Netflix.
I
Thanks,
watched
though.
the Bob's Burgers movie this weekend. It opened in theaters on Memorial Day. Like I watched it on Hulu yesterday.
And you didn't pay $47
I did
to
not pay
get popcorn to
$47.
go.
Yeah, right. I watched it yesterday. It would spend 6 weeks in theaters. So, yeah.
So, do you have the video of, because this was much more entertaining and funny than that Rob Zombie movie could ever possibly be.
I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge.
Do you have the emu that kept interrupting the YouTube channel? So there's a farm girl, and she's trying to teach the kids about the animals around her farm. And every time she starts to speak, the emu pops his head in.
Do it, Emmanuel. Don't do it. I'm trying to educate people right now, okay? Can you just
That emu's like,
Say
something. Say something.
Scarier than whatever trailer we just watched.
You're like, I would watch an emu movie in a second. I would watch 2 hours of emus making faces at the cameras before I'd watch 30 seconds of the Munsters movie.
I just love that this emu is so the camera happy. It's like, oh, hey,
He's
camera.
very-
What are you
hey.
doing,
Is
mom?
it even real, or is this like a deep fake? I don't know. That looks a little like Jurassic Park-ish to me. Like, look at the beak. Does it not look like a velociraptor or something?
We question everything in this world now. I like to think that it's just happening and that emu is just loves celebrity.
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm
emu.
trying to educate people right now, okay?
I don't give a.
That emu's going. That emu's like, yeah, I get it. You seen my TikTok?
Right. I'm up
Right?
to 1 million.
Can you just stop? Can you just
Oh, here it comes again.
every
Hey.
time, Emmanuel.
Hey,
Don't do
hey,
it, Emmanuel. Don't do it.
Emmanuel,
Give me your
damn
TikTok.
it.
Like and subscribe. Click the like and subscribe button. Like and
That is the
subscribe.
like and subscribe face. Yeah.
It's the like and
Right
subscribe.
square up in the camera. I would follow this emu
I
on
totally
Instagram.
would. Totally. I might get on TikTok for this emu.
Hey, Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel, don't choose violence today. Please,
Don't choose
every day.
violence,
Choose
Emmanuel.
violence.
I want an emu. That
I do
thing
too.
seems like
I
the
want
best
an emu now.
personality.
I've heard
Did
that-
birds scare you, Kimmie? Like if you were in a cage with that bird.
Well, yeah. Have you seen Birds?
Yes,
A horrifying movie.
but I don't think that's real. I think that's a
Everyone loses their eyeballs. It's disgusting.
Why
That
are
horror
you?
movie.
Why
Looks
are
like
you
it's
talking
taking
about
over.
Birds? Also a black and white film that is very slow, and all of a sudden now you're referencing Birds, but the Munsters you're out on.
Because even Birds, I was like, oh no, I could see it's kind of like, watching anytime Will Smith saves the world, like Birds could totally take over. I could see that happening. Monsters didn't sell me.
Yeah. It's like a
I
cheesy
still am
Halloween
not
movie.
sold that this is a real emu either.
You're still not sold?
I'm not sold on it because she hasn't actually touched it.
Yeah,
You're right. She just yells at it like a human being.
You think she's green screening the emu?
I really do. I
Just
think
for likes.
she is. I think she is.
Well, then she's genius. That is
By the way,
genius.
Otis, episode title: Birds could totally take over. Close.
It can totally
Got
take
it.
over. It's a thing.
All right.
Violence today. Please, every day we go through this. Gosh, it's never ending. Our black swan. Actually, that may be him right over
Here he comes.
there.
Emmanuel, where you at?
Don't do it, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel,
Hey
damn it.
guys, hey guys,
Hey,
what are you doing?
You guys see
What
my
are you doing?
TikTok?
You guys see my TikTok? I did a silly dance.
Why?
So much more entertained whether or not it's a CGI emu or not. But
I don't know why she didn't name that emu Kardashian, because every time there's a camera, there's one around.
She looks like she's gonna murder him. Look at her.
That looks like a movie poster for a horror film.
There's your movie poster right there. I'd see that movie. Emus too. The
Emus.
Rise of Gru.
The birds take over. In theaters. Only in theaters, June 22nd.
The last thing that emu is ever gonna see alive.
I want to hear one of those movies just be like, only in theaters, June 22nd, until 3 weeks later when it's on your streaming services. Emu.
Emu 2.
No, Emu 2 is going straight to Netflix. Like it's not even going to make theaters.
Emu 2.
it's more successful going straight to Netflix as well.
Why does she look like Silent Bob there too?
Also, by the way, I would listen to this rap album. Straight
Wait, no,
up.
I
Straight
said
out
it
the
wrong.
pasture.
It wasn't Silent Bob. It's Jay.
Jay inside. Yes, Jay. Look like
yeah,
Jay.
Jay. Yeah.
Snoochie boochies.
Snooches. Smooches. Emmanuel. Snooches.
Snooches.
How did
She's
that make
pissed.
you feel? Was it everything that you ever wanted and wished for and hoped for in life? Do you feel fulfilled now?
Do you think that bird?
Don't get close to it.
This
It's gonna
is
just
a-
stab you in the neck.
Oh, here we go again. The bird gives
Emmanuel,
0
don't do
Fs.
it. Emmanuel, don't do it.
Emmanuel, God, bless America. Teaching the kids.
I will eat you.
I can end you now, Emmanuel.
I can end you right now, emu. You
The
know what's
straight
good?
up, like,
Emu
full-face
with
stare.
A1 sauce.
What is the bird's probably seeing its reflection in the camera, right? That's why it keeps coming up to peck at it.
Just mystified at the thing that's
I like to think that Emmanuel just wants to be the greatest emu TikTok star.
I think so. Hey guys.
I would.
Hey
guys.
Hey guys.
Needs a full account. I'm just
He
saying
does.
he can't be the one that just sneaking up on everybody else's account. He's got to have
At this,
his own.
like Emmanuel at this point is like Ja Rule on Can I Get It? Like he's just a featured artist.
He's like
I can
Diddy in
see him
every
getting
single
his-
song
like,
Bad
he's
Boy
like-
ever put out.
He's like Snoop on the Chronic. Like he's featured, but he's gonna do his own thing, and it's gonna be much bigger.
No, he's like P. Diddy on all of Biggie's records. Where he's like,
Right, he's like
yeah,
Diddy on all of Biggie's records.
yeah.
Thought I told you that we
Feel
don't
me?
stop. Thought I told you
We
that
don't
we don't stop.
That's Emmanuel.
Khaled.
Yeah, DJ Khaled just screaming over everybody's. Yeah.
We the best in music. We the best in emu.
Emmanuel,
Don't
we the best.
We the best emus.
If he could scream, he would shout something like that.
We the best e music. By the way, the name of his boy band, E-Music.
E-Music. Yeah.
E-Music.
I'm trying to educate people right now, okay?
Whatever.
Can you just stop? Can you just
I just love her rationalizing with the bird. That cracks me up too.
Emmanuel, don't do it, Emmanuel.
Damn it.
I think we're going in a circle now.
Yeah, we are now.
All right, but yeah.
But again,
that's
still
fantastic.
funny. I've
Still
seen
funny.
it probably 20 times. Hilarious.
It's hysterical.
I need to I don't think he's real. I need to look this up now.
You're very skeptical. Very
I'm
skeptical.
Why
You're
not
not
just
trustworthy.
enjoy the moment, regardless if it was directed?
I
or
mean,
not?
I enjoyed that moment that was how long compared to the Munsters trailer?
That was longer than the Munsters trailer. And we enjoyed every minute of it.
And if the Munsters trailer was on TikTok originally, you would have been on board. Like if they had put that out on TikTok, that'd have been a thing that the kids could go for. The Munsters would be huge.
They could have put the full 3 minutes on there too.
They could put on all the length of one Snapchat.
She's literally Googling if the emu is real.
I'm trying to
I could tell the girl was smiling because the girl was.
You ever been to a Kevin Hart movie? You know those aren't real too, right? They're just
I
funny.
think CGI. Kevin hasn't existed in a long time. Kevin died in that car wreck.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know.
We don't
I
do
don't
comedy
know
these
it.
days. Nobody does
Look,
comedy.
I would
even
watch
Craig
6.
Robinson got a gun pulled on him in Charlotte.
I
see
would
that?
watch 6 Marvel movies with that emu as the star.
Oh yeah, every
I would
time.
love to see the emu and Thor get at it. That would be great.
Sure.
Or every time Iron Man comes down, like Emmanuel.
He just pops his
Emmanuel
head in.
popped in. Hey,
That'd be
what are you guys
great.
doing?
That'd
We
be
filming?
great.
We filming
Just that emu popping his head into famous movie scenes.
movies?
Just
we should do that on YouTube.
That's great. Yeah. Just Marty's about to make out with Lorraine McFly and the emu pops his head in.
Good moment.
Don't let go, Jack. Don't let
at then an emu.
Emmanuel, damn it! Stop, Emmanuel. Good God.
Did you order the code red? Yeah, I ordered the code red. Emu. Like right there from Few Good, just right in the Few Good Men shot.
Say hello to my little. No, God damn it, Emmanuel.
Not you, Emmanuel. Get out of here. We're trying to sell cocaine.
Tummy like sleepy. Emmanuel. Had to throw him in Tommy Boy.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we wrap up this week, Otis, with what is the last one?
Wait, hold on. I have a question for you since you know Otis so well.
Okay.
Do you think his eyebrows look different?
Oh, God dang.
What are we doing? I don't know.
Moot comes in the studio today and he goes, "Did you get your eyebrows cut too deep?" And I was like, "My eyebrows? I didn't get my eyebrows cut. I got my hair cut." He's like, "Yeah, but it looks like they did something to your eyebrows and they just look like they're shaved off." And now I've been insecure about my eyebrow. No.
See, I have them trim my eyebrows because they're heavy, they're thick.
That's like
I have them
Brian. He's got
trimmed.
big caterpillar eyebrows.
Right. So I have
But
to have
Kimmie's
them trimmed.
eyebrows very, very nice. I'm gonna have her shape mine up, I think.
Why don't you talk to her person because yours look a little thin.
And then he
I
was
think they're-
self-conscious about his eyebrows all morning.
That's good.
Yeah, I think they're grayer. I think that's what he was trying, like that noticing, but didn't realize that that's what he was saying.
Not
I
an
can't see your
attribute I've
eyebrows
ever
anymore.
picked up on from you. Are you you're not an eyebrow person that I'm aware of?
Well, that's why it was also kind of funny because no offense to guys, but I tend to think that something like that takes a while for you to like notice. So the fact that that was immediately what Brian said today on a Monday was like, your eyebrows different.
Yeah, that's funny.
Just looking deep into my eyes at 5 a.m.
That's what it is. It's what it is. I'm telling
And
you, it's like a marriage.
I was comparing his face to the picture I took of him on Friday, and it does look a bit different.
She was doing investigative work on my eyebrows as well this morning. So now I feel very insecure about them. And I guess I'm going to use filler tonight. I'm going to like
I would shape. Yeah, I could use some. I don't know what you put something in there.
Kimmie, you are the best. Appreciate you popping in and hanging with us tonight. I hope you had some fun. Yeah, other than the Munsters trailer.
The Munsters thing was
That
just
wasn't my
atrocious.
choice.
It was awful.
I
Just
just really
atrocious.
appreciate all of the really bad TV. And you know what? I'm actually looking forward to hearing Otis and Moot talk about The Bachelor tomorrow compared to sitting through that trailer.
Oh, I got to watch that.
Do you not watch The Bachelor?
No.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you. It's awful. It's just awful.
fake. That's not real. It's not real love. And why are you all competing for the same guy when you know that he's taking them all to the fantasy suite? Like, what are you doing?
If you
it's like
look
using
at
Tinder in real life, they're always wanting to take you to the fantasy suite.
Anybody who actually
Right after a
wants
few
to
drinks.
doesn't use Tinder, use Hinge.
Hinge, got it.
Here's the
talking to two guys who've never been on a
here's the
dating
dad
app.
joke I had. Here's like the dad joke I had. Dad joke I had was I use those on doors.
That's a good one. I like
That's
it.
what I was. I was
enjoy
going to
that.
say that and then skipped it. And I was like, I can't do that joke. That's too dad jokey. And then we stopped and I backed up and did it. All right.
Well, just
so-
like Hinge, when the screw is too small, it tends to pull out and then the door falls down. So
it's too many Hinge jokes. All right. too
many Hinge jokes.
There were two Hinge jokes. One was great. One was a push. So The Bachelor is fake. I want to remind you, if you're a big fan of The Bachelor, Otis, I want to remind you that the show has a 16% success rate. That's all I'm putting out. Just 16% success rate. It's all the show has.
I don't assume that they're going to stay together after the show. That's not.
If you
why I watch
assume true love, it is only true love 16% of the time.
Okay, got it.
Okay. I don't want to pop your bubble on this one, but
the national average on
16%.
Hinge is probably a little stronger.
What's the national average on Hinge? That would be, I mean, that's a good question.
That actually is a great question.
That was a good question.
I'll let you know
Right.
tomorrow.
All right. Check us out on This Weird Pod, Instagram, TikTok, all the YouTube, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, you can find us Wednesday night. We drop the audio. Thursday night we stream on Twitch and YouTube and somewhere else, Facebook. Yeah. And,
God
that's
damn it,
what-
Emmanuel!
Come
Stop!
on,
Get
give
a
it a
rap.
shot. We do that, and you can find us there. Please, if you like the pod, tell other people about the pod. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next time on the program. See you.
See you.